Hi there, this is David and welcome to the top 10 most annoying JRPG characters, the men. I've played RPGs since I first learned to read. The very first one that I ever played was Dragon Warrior back in 1989, and that sparked a lifelong love of the genre. Back then, most characters were mute, or they only said just enough to move the story along. Fast forward to the PlayStation years, and with the added computing power, memory, and especially voice acting, it brought on the phenomenon of annoying characters who I just can't stand. Here I'll be presenting the men, but worry not, the women will be following in a separate video. Also, since annoying twins are so prevalent, each video will have one set of them, just for balance. So, let's go and get the cringe started. Number 10, Nash, of Lunar Silver Star Story Complete.
Hey there, kiddies! My name is Nash. I'm a level 3 apprentice from the famous magic city of Vane that floats around the Goddess Tower. The area around the Sea Hat's house can be a little tricky, so be sure to watch your step around here, okay?
Has there ever been a more punchable face than his? This cocky, arrogant little asshole will string along for the entire game, continually putting down NPCs as well as your own party members. I will admit that when I first played the game in my teens, I had a crush on him, but as I've grown older and replayed the game, I've realized that he's just a selfish toad. Nash continually goes on about how he's the best in the Magic Guild, but you could have fooled me. He's pretty much only one good spell for about 80% of the game. Then, to make matters worse, just whenever you think that he couldn't get more bad, he goes and drops this bombshell on you that he's been selling you out at every turn to Galleon the entire time. Number 9, Upus of Rogue Galaxy.
Huh? Oh, you're here already?
We've got you cornered, Jupus Tukey.
You can't run from us!
Awfully persistent, aren't you? No sweat, though. I might just have a little trump card here. Here's Johnny!
Don't get me wrong, Upus isn't the only annoying character in this game, not by a long shot. But for the purposes of this list, we aren't counting NPCs, tag-along archaeologists, wannabe aristocrats, or anybody else, just party members. And this overly caffeinated, hyperactive know-it-all takes the cake in this regard. Even though he's supposed to be a computer hacker and scientist, in reality he's just a Jar Jar Binks knockoff. Add to the fact that you have to fight him before he joins you, just so he can be condescending afterwards, is the cherry on top. Number 8, Makoto of Enchanted Arms.
I got up early this morning to make that lunch for Toya. The finest, most carefully selected prawns for the sushi. Scallops and a rich, mushroomy cream sauce. The special Makoto love omelet accompanied with the pinkest of pickles. Not to mention the raspberry pecan chocolate chip cheesecake for dessert. I didn't go to all that trouble for you to stuff your piggy face.
Why is it that whenever a gay character is included in a game, they're either extremely over the top, or they barely mention it at all? Why can't they just be normal human beings like in real life? I bought Enchanted Arms because I was excited to actually play a JRPG with a gay main character. But boy was I disappointed. While he was in the party, he did make me laugh on quite a few occasions, but then he has to go up and leave after about 5 hours. And of course they made him evil because Japan. He's an over-the-top caricature of a self-absorbed gay man who pretty much stalks Toya, his straight friend, and the whole thing just left a bad taste in my mouth. Number 7, Squall of Final Fantasy VIII. Say what you will about Zell being annoying, but at least he had a personality. Squall, on the other hand, is about as interesting as watching paint dry. He's just such a self-centered punk. I mean, really, who actually takes pride in being antisocial? Acting like a total dick to everybody around you is not something to aspire to, yet he wears it like a badge of honor. Squall's selfishness also makes no sense in the context of the story. As a member of a military school, he needs to bond with the team that he's going through life or death situations with. On a personal note, my father was in the military, and when you're under fire and your ass is on the line, you naturally develop lifelong friendships, not animosity towards your teammates. Number 6. Vaughn of Final Fantasy XII.
Don't listen to Ondor's lies. I'm the Bosch von Ronsenberg. I'm Captain Bosch von Ronsenberg of Dalmasca. I'm Captain Bosch.
Talk about a forgetful and useless protagonist. He isn't very likable, and he doesn't exactly have a clear role in the story either. Funnily enough, the other party members who are actually important seem to know this, and they don't take him seriously at all. He starts off promisingly enough as a street rat who apprentices to a great sky pirate. Then he helps to save the princess of his homeland, and while doing so, meets the supposed traitor responsible for the death of his brother, but then nothing. Nothing at all becomes of it. It's as if the game forgets that he even exists 10 hours in. He's stuck in limbo for most of the game and only pops his stupid head in when he's a dumbass comment to make. Number 5. Chiapu of Suikoden 4.
There's a gold thing that's shaped like this. You, guys didn't happen to see it, did ya?
Haven't seen it. Choppo, catch!
Huh? What? Say, that was the golden seal, right? I figured.
Oops.
Oh, you too!
Normally it's the cat girls that get on my last nerves, but here we have this cat guy, or more correctly, Nay Kobold. Why in the world did the developers give him so much screen time? All he does is end up ruining the serious tone of the cutscenes. And what about that scene towards the end of the game where a certain main character goes down with the ship? Konami had 108 characters to choose from to watch this scene with you, and they chose Chiapu. Then he rears his ugly head in Suikoden Tactics too, but at least there he gets ruined. He goes from Chiapu to Chiapor. Number 4. Machias of Legend of Heroes Trails of Cold Steel 1.
Machias Regnitz. And with all due respect, Instructor, it's ludicrous to intermix nobles and commoners like this. Must I be forced to spend my next 2 years shoulder to shoulder with those arrogant, stuck-up hedonists?
You do know I'm not the one who made the decision, right? Besides, what's the big deal anyway? You're all kids. Can't you all just get along or something?
Just get along? And how would you propose we do that? And what's your problem?
Oh, nothing much. I just find the irony of your behavior rather humorous.
Is that so? It seems the scion of some noble house has left the comfort of his mansion to grace the unwashed masses with his wisdom. Please, my lord, do share your esteemed name with us so I can give you all the respect you deserve.
Well, he does get much better in the future games, actually becoming likable later. When you first meet him, all I wanted to do was smack him across his smug face. Basically, this little shit has a huge chip on his shoulder, and when it comes to the nobility, he has an irrational hatred of them. However, he never really turns his ire towards Rena or Laura. Instead, he just harasses Eustace every chance he gets. In literally every single scene that he's in, he just runs his mouth. It gets on my last nerve. At least on the field studies that he is a part of, you have 5 party members, so you can just bench him the entire time if you want to. Number 3. Luke of Tales of the Abyss.
No, you have to rest. We're taking a break, everyone.
A break? What are you talking about? Master Van's gone on ahead.
Luke, there's no harm in resting a little.
Yeah, this is a tough mountain path. There's nothing we can do.
I'm the ambassador. If I say we go, we go.
Listen, you!
Let's get some rest. Ion, I trust that's all right with you?
Hey!
I'm sorry to be a burden, Luke.
Fine. Just for a little.
Thank you. Luke, I don't know why you're in such a hurry, but you could do with less attitude.
What are you talking about? I don't have any attitude.
Fine, never mind.
What's her problem? Damn it!
Has there ever been a character so bad that it made you put the game down and walk away from it for over a year? Well, that happened to me with Luke. Tales of the Abyss was one of my first Tales experiences, and right off the bat, I'm dealing with this whiny dipshit cursing, just being an all-around arrogant asshole to everybody that he meets. I couldn't take it anymore, and he hit the breaking point when he started to abuse poor little Mew. Years later, I picked it up again, and I'm glad that I did because it is a great game. And while Luke does get better, he turns on such a dime and does a total 180 the other way that even whenever he's being nice and better, he's still painfully annoying. Number 2. Cooke and Mac of Lost Odyssey.
Waves coming just like the morning comes. Things come and go, but soon they'll disappear into the dusk. We all collide together and we fall apart. Then it all goes away.
I hate kids in JRPGs, and what's worse than one kid in a JRPG? 2 of them. Why do they always come in pairs? And these 2 are not only insufferably annoying, but they also sing lullabies constantly. It's just awful. Cooke herself isn't as bad as her little brother though, but Mac is just the epitome of annoying, crying at the drop of a hat, constantly running off on his own and putting the rest of the party in danger, and then whining about his mother every 5 frickin' seconds. This little shit continuously disregards the safety of everybody else around him, all for the wishful thinking of trying to see Lyrum, even though he knows in his heart of hearts that it's never going to happen. And finally, number 1, Emil of Tales of Symphonia, Dawn of the New World.
I was too scared to even thank him for that. Maybe that's why I haven't been able to make any friends. I wish I had friends, but I guess that'll never happen.
Never mind. You know, you should stand up for yourself.
Stand up for myself. He's right. I should thank him for helping me out the way he did. That's what I'll do.
Could he possibly be the wimpiest protagonist ever? I mean, all he does is whine and bitch that he wants to go home the entire game. And it's not like the fantastic gameplay carries Dawn of the New World either, because that's just horrid too. Between Emil's whining and Marta's vag getting wet every single time that she sees him, and the horrid Pokemon gameplay, I wanted to throw it out the window. Over the course of the game, he does get more tolerable, but it's too little too late as far as I'm concerned. The damage is already done. It's so strange though, because the first game had some great personalities, but then in its sequel we're stuck with these 2, a whining little bitch and a horny teenager. Well, that's it for the top 10 most annoying JRPG characters, the men. Who are your most annoying characters? Let me know in the comments, and be on the lookout for the women's list in the upcoming weeks. If you like this, please like, comment, and subscribe, and have a good day.